Just as our bodies need food and water for proper functioning, it requires good and calm sleep, but sometimes we don't pay much attention to how we sleep. We must know that sleepless is the source of many diseases. If we have a deep and calm sleep, we will start our day with more physical and mental ability. Some nights we have good sleep, and we sleep comfortably throughout the night. Waking up from such a sleep gives us a great feeling. We feel energized, we're ready to go around the world. But there are also nights that we are gradually falling asleep, and sometimes we don't sleep until sunrise. Often, these insomnia have unpleasant consequences for the day. When the clock rings, it's hard for us to get out of bed. That way we won't have a good day. Sleepless has bad effects on our mood, mindfulness, our actions, and our energy levels. We may get nervous early on for trivia, or have no incentive to get things done at work. During the day, we feel tired and feel drowsy as we read the news of the evening. We do not forget the bitter experiences of our day and try not to experience it. So, when it comes time to sleep again, we are afraid of having a restless night again. How can we help ourselves to sleep well? We often forget that sleeping is like hunger or thirst, is one of the main physiological processes. Those who don't care about sleeping well do not enjoy life and get sick. Most people who go to a health center for sleep problems can be treated. By following some tips, they can experience good sleep. Let me first share with you some facts about sleep disorders. You're not the only one who has trouble sleeping, and many people like you. According to a survey by the National Sleep Foundation, 75% of adults have experienced at least one of the symptoms of sleepless. Statistics show that 30 to 40% of Americans usually suffer from insomnia, with 10 to 15% having a chronic long-term problem. In most cases, the number of sleep problems a spouse with sleepless is like someone who has a sleep disorder. When they looked at the symptoms and complications of the disease in the person with the respiratory and snoring disorder, they found that their spouse also had problems sleeping. So the person with sleep problems, on average, he sleeps an hour more than his wife. The average American night's sleep is 6.5 hours, but experts believe that most people need at least 7.5 hours of sleep to work better. Sleepless can be a sign. If you have sleepless, you should first look for the cause of it. People with sleepless have trouble sleeping at different stages. They can't sleep easily or wake up several times after sleep, cannot sleep again after each waking up, they wake up very early in the morning, or though they slept enough, they still felt tired. Sleepless can be a symptom of one or more psychiatric and psychological disorders. For example, sleepless is a sign of depression, anxiety, bipolar disorder, and so on. If the disorder disappears, the sleep problem will also improve. If there is no impairment during diagnosis, the therapist will detect that the client has a sleep disorder and will treat this disorder. Can taking medication help our sleepless? Drug therapy has been one of the ways to treat sleep problem. Determining which drug may be right for you depends on the symptoms of sleep problem and many different factors. This is why you should not take these medicines arbitrarily without your doctor's prescription. Many doctors only prescribe sleeping pills for a short, less than a week. Like when you are not sleeping at all and you are in distress. Drug therapy cannot be a long-term treatment. If you use sleeping pills for no reason at all, you will have other problems, such as long-term dependence, besides sleep problem. Simple ways to have a good sleep. Find your sleep time. It is true that we all sleep at night and wake up in the morning. But every human has a specific time for sleeping and awakening. So we have to find the exact hour of our sleep and wakefulness. Go to bed every night at the appointed time, and get up at a certain hour every morning. For example, sleep every night from 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock. If you have been sleeping well during this time, you should know that you have found your sleep duration. And if you still need sleep, increase your sleep time by 15 minutes each week until you finally find the exact duration of your sleep. This allows you to adjust your body's biological clock. Be silent for a moment before bed. Never go to your bed with excitements and thoughts. Sit quietly for at least 10 minutes before going to bed and think about the day's work. Try to review your stresses, pressures, and problems. When you're worried about something, check out the annoying mental pictures over and over again to get less negative thoughts while sleeping. If these thoughts are high, consider one by one, and tell yourself after a negative thought, next, and check your next thought. After you have reviewed all the thoughts and you find a solution for them, go to bed. When you fall asleep, negative thoughts may come to your mind again. Just look at your thoughts as they pass through your eyes. Don't waste your time in bed. When you go to bed, you are really going to sleep. If you couldn't sleep after 15 minutes, get up and do the tedious work. For example, read an article from a magazine. We don't recommend to read a book because it fascinates you. Weave knitwear, watch the TV, or adjust the status of your checkbook accounts. Do not play computer games and don't physically work such as cleaning the house, because it will stimulate your emotions. If you can't sleep yet, repeat the above work until you fall asleep, but don't forget to wake up at a certain time every morning. That is, if instead of 12 o'clock, you sleep at 2 o'clock, again at the specified time, that is, 7 o'clock, wake up in the morning and sleep no more. Don't turn your litter into an office or hangout. If you want to go to bed, you have to be ready to sleep. You don't watch TV in bed, do not eat or study in bed. Use the bedroom only for sleep and sex. Avoid use stimulants after sunset. Avoid coffee, soft drinks, and even caffeine chocolate. Caffeine is one of the powerful stimulants that can disrupt your sleep. Do not use alcoholic drinks before sleep. Avoid using alcoholic drinks at dinner or evening. You might say that drinking a little bit will make you relax, but never take it before bedtime. Alcohol not only disturbs the central nervous system, but it also prevents sleep. The effects of liquor usually decrease within a few hours after consumption, around midnight, and your body returns to its former state, which makes you wake up. Check your medications. Some medications, such as using asthma spray, can cause sleep problem. If you take medication regularly, beware of the side effects of your medicine and tell your doctor. Check your work schedule. Research shows that people work in rotational shifts. That's mean they work nights for a week, and they work for a week, having trouble sleeping. This work program disrupts the body clock, so that these people always look like travelers, tired and have trouble sleeping. Healthy sleep is very important. If you can, try to change your job as soon as possible. Eat low-calorie meals before bedtime. Eat bread and fruit 1 or 2 hours before bedtime, which works well. Of course, a glass of warm milk is also useful. Avoid sweet foods that may irritate the body, or avoid heavy foods that produce too much energy. Create a comfortable sleep environment. Make your bedroom as comfortable as possible. Prevent light from entering the room by dark curtains. Provide a comfortable bed. It doesn't impotent if the mattress is bouncy or non-bouncy, or just a common mattress on the floor. It is important that you are comfortable. When you sleep, use loose pajamas. Make sure your room temperature is right. Not too cold or too hot, you should feel comfortable. Overcoming sleepless is not quickly achieved. Some people, when they don't result in the technique, they put it away. The above methods require at least 2 weeks to be effective. This is not a big problem, you just have to wait. In addition, you don't have to use all the behavioral methods. If you have done all of these exercises correctly and you still have a serious sleep problem, be sure to see your doctor. Thank you for watching this video. I hope to answer mainly question about how to sleep better. Please feel free to comment below in this video, and also we will be glad to subscribe by click on subscribe button to find more video around health and psychology topics. Be careful and enjoy your life.